all of our wires here, which are currently off, I'm just kidding, they're off. Hey, welcome back. Don't do this at home. We need to replace our electric wire that's running from our electric brain in the barn to our pig pen. And we have 18 gauge AWG wire, but it is wrapped in the proper insulation that we need for exterior type things. Now, this is a very small gauge wire. It can handle up to 14 amps from what I've read on the internet. Typically it's used in speaker wire, low voltage situations, and cars, as a matter of fact. But because it's wrapped in all this wonderful PVC, we're gonna put it out in the woods. We're gonna run it farther than it probably should be run for an application it's not really designed for. The reason being, besides the fact that it's wrapped in all of this beautiful exterior proof type insulation, is that we got this entire roll from the Habitat for Humanity Restore for like $3. The proper way to do this is with exterior rated wire that is a heavier duty gauge. One of the reasons we're going to be able to get away with this is because a electric fence brain does not send constant power. It's a pulse. Tick, tick, tick. Well, like this. Hear the tick? See the flash? So every time that happens, it sends out 1.2 joules. I don't know what that means. It's electricity. And it goes to the pig fence. The current wire that we have, the insulation has worn out on it because we used some wire that we found in the barn. I don't even know what it's rated for, and the insulation is all cracked on it, so it's actually grounding out partially in the woods. And we can't have that because if pigs realize the fence isn't that powerful, they will just mosey on through it. So we're gonna go into the woods, cut that one out, add this one. Then I'm gonna show you the clip that we have because this is in the barn, our brain, and the pigs are way out there. You want a way to disconnect the wire from the hot wire out there without it necessarily having to turn it off. So let's get out of the woods and get that going. So our wire runs from the barn over there through the woods down to right here. And this is where it starts to run into the ground. As you can see there. And you can hear that ticking when you're working. So we're gonna cut it, splice it, and then run the rest of our wire. Right now we're just gonna use a connector nut, put them together. We'll come back later, probably heat shrink it. Make sure it's waterproof. Time to roll some wire. Now, in order to make sure nobody trips on this thing, we are gonna hang it from the trees a little loosely. These trees move with the wind. So we'll just tie them up there and they'll be all right. Are y'all excited about your new wire? I don't think so. Not excited in the least. So, all of our wires here, which are currently off, I'm just kidding, they're off. They're tied together elsewhere. So all we have to do is get this wire into one place on here. Once I make sure we have enough slack. Hello. Hello. Now this is an alligator clip. And believe it or not, this used to be the starting system on my tractor. So we're going to wrap it around one side, and it's got a little rubber insulator. And then we're going to take this clip and just clip it. Just like that. That way, if anything goes wrong out here with the piggies, I can come and unclip it, fix the fence, because they like to root and push things into the fence wire, and then clip it back, and I'm not worried about it. Right, guys? Yeah. So let's go turn that on. See if we have power. All right, we're ticking. You can see the light is flashing that says fence okay. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not grounding out somewhere. It just means that we are getting power. So we're gonna walk the line and see if we hear any grounding or shocking in the woods. And if we don't, that means all the power is going to the fence, and that's good. This is our splice. It's a good charge. Woo. Good snap. All right. Whenever you're testing your fence, don't do it with your hands. Do it with a very dry stick. Because believe it or not, the moisture in the wood can cause arcing. There's a reason you don't do this. All right. Through the woods. I don't hear any ticking. Nope, good. Hi, piggies. All right, now we need something metal to see if it's working. Here's what's left of one of our previous setups. So we're just gonna touch this to the wire and the ground. Make sure you're touching the rubber. Yeah, good arc. So we have successfully done it. New wire. And we have a way we can get it off. The clip works, wire works. Now we're just gonna go string it up, but that's boring. I know for a fact that this will not set my woods on fire for two very good reasons. One is that because it's a pulse, it's an arc, it's not long enough to set it, at least in my woods. The other reason is because I've already run a wire like this and it didn't set my woods on fire. Please, don't copy everything you see on the internet. Do it the right way. Spend the $500 or whatever it will be to run an exterior wire out here, or figure out a way to get power out here. They do make solar chargers, which I have used. The thing I don't like about the solar ones is they are typically not strong enough if anything goes wrong. And what do I mean by anything going wrong? If they pile dirt up on the bottom wire, your solar power panel does not have enough oomph, enough juice, joules, watts, volts, amps, whatever, to keep pushing through the line. It all arcs out and the pigs, they'll just go through it. So I like the plug-in ones. Unfortunately, my pigs are very far away from my plug-in one. At some point in the future, we will hook this up the right way. But until then, my name is Brian. This is Flannel Farms. Keep growing as you grow. See you next time. Bye.